In this video, we're going to show you how to use Table's Client Self-Service system. Like any new system, it's a bit of a new language to learn. First of all, navigate to the Resources page and scroll down to the Client Self-Service Conditional Logic Builder. You can then give a title to your new conditional form. We're calling this one GDPR advice. You can also add a description to tell your clients or other users of this form what the form does. The first thing to do is add a new field. In this case, we want to add a question, which is a drop down of a number of options for GDPR and personal data advice. We've added a number of options there. We're now adding a second field with a number of drop down options. We then proceed to add further fields to the form, which all build up as answers to multiple drop-down questions. As you can see, you can add checkboxes, documents, paragraphs of text, FAQ groups, and other helpful things for clients. We're just going to jump out of the form builder now to create the FAQ group. You add a title to the FAQs and create the group. You can then add individual FAQs by adding the question and answer and saving each time to build up those frequently asked questions for your clients. This FAQ group can then be displayed to clients or used by the legal team as part of a conditional form. As you can see, we add a field, select the FAQ group, give it a label, and select the FAQ group. We're also going to add a couple of forms to allow clients to contact the legal team if this conditional logic builder doesn't give them the answers that they need to self-serve on their own. So we've got an option to fill in a form to start a DPIA request or to fill in a form to ask legal anything. We've now added all the fields and we need to build our rules. As you can see when we preview the form, without any rules, all of the fields are shown in the form. You need to add rules for those fields so that they become conditional and only shown when they're selected. So in this case, we're creating a rule for the drop-down menu, how do you use our customer data? And for each option within that drop-down menu, we're adding a field to show the user. This includes the FAQ groups for 2 of the options and another question if the user wants to share customer data with a third party. You can see we're also here adding second fields to show for 2 of the FAQ groups so that the users can easily contact the legal team if the FAQs don't answer their question. Now adding a second rule for that second question regarding the data protection impact assessment. The options are yes, no, and obtain further information. And we're adding the fields to show when those options are selected. You can see if the user answers no, then they have to commence a DPIA request using the form. They can also obtain that DPIA guidance in the form of a document. We can now preview the form and you can see that those fields are now only visible when the options are selected. You can test that in the preview mode and select different options. So you can see we're sharing customer data. The second question opens and then there are various options which the user can be directed towards depending on what's needed. You can then also go and have a look at the legal front door to test again that everything you're expecting is happening for users. You can see they've opened those FAQ groups, just examples here. They can also click that Ask Legal Anything button to submit a request to the legal team. And of course, as those questions come in, you can add those to the FAQ group to try and improve the client self-service as you go. So we've tested everything with this form and we're happy to proceed.